speaking of J-Lo, how happy are you that her candidate lost? It's so delightful. These Hollywood celebrities who get up there and try to tell us how to vote, really? I mean, like those celebrities who know nothing about anything. All J-Lo knows about what to do is to ruin marriages. She's an expert at that. Why does she have to try to ruin the country too? So goodbye, J-Lo, didn't work out for you. Goodbye, Meryl Streep, who showed up at that Oprah event saying, "Oh, Madam President," to Kamala Harris, "Madam President." How'd that work out? About as well as her comment that Harvey Weinstein was God. And maybe we should stop listening to her. Maybe we shouldn't be going to her for our political advice. And then you had Oprah herself. Oprah, she'll interview you if you pay her $1 million too. Yeah, so low fee of $1 million to sit down with Oprah Winfrey, apparently. That's what the Harris campaign paid her production company, she says. And for that, you know what you get? You get Oprah yelling at you. Kamala Harris! What?
That's a damn good job. That was a damn good Oprah. That was a damn good Oprah. Good job. It looked like she was practicing that. All right. That was good.
For that, you know what you get? You get Oprah yelling at you. Kamala Harris! What? Why are you doing that? Calm down, madam. Didn't work out for her either. But of course, the fakest person involved on that side of the aisle was the woman at the top. Kamala Harris herself. Thank you. Who pretended that she wasn't the border czar, who pretended that she was middle class, who pretended that she was smart.
She wasn't middle class. Technically, she wasn't black. I don't know if she was, I would say she was smart. She became an attorney. I can't call anybody ignorant. Listen, I do realize what side she decided to go on. That makes her a dumbass. That make her a strategist. That make her, honestly, it don't make her a dumbass. That just means that she chose the side of evil. You can still be intelligent and choose the side of evil. So let's just keep it there. You know what I mean? Just like there's some extremely intelligent people on this side, there's some intelligent people on that side too. They just know that for certain topics, like, yes, I'm the vice president, but I don't have to know my job. I mean, they told me all I had to do was be black and be a woman. So according to them, I'm doing a perfect damn job. But according to you all who want me to follow the guidelines and the rules of what a VP is supposed to do, maybe I don't want to follow your damn rules. Because Barack Obama said, all I got to do is be pretty, be black, and talk about women vaginas and how I'm protecting them. Huh? Like a defensive linebacker. That's it. That's it. So I think she is smart, but for politics, no. For world government, no. Geography, no. She's not. For law, she's smart. Like for law, because that was all she wanted to talk about when she got in those debates. So whenever she was sitting down inside of a serious interview, that's all she wanted to talk about was her job as a lawyer. Listen, don't ask me anything about being vice president, but talk to me about how tough I was as a lawyer, huh? As a district attorney, huh? I used to take those people down. I don't want to talk about the border, but speaking of the border, the criminals that used to try to come across the border when I was the attorney, shit. Let's not talk about when I was the border czar, when I had to do something about it for the country. Let's talk about when I did something about it as a defense, as a district attorney, huh? How I used to take them down. That's all she wanted to talk about, bro. She did not want to talk about her responsibilities as no vice president. It's absolutely hilarious to me. And I couldn't rightfully, let me tell you something. Here's the thing. And I'm trying not to get way too far off, but I couldn't vote for nobody if you can't tell me that you don't know what you're doing. So as VP, she didn't know what the hell she was doing. She didn't know what the job entailed. Like she didn't. She had to figure it out in the last 3 months. Because Joe Biden could not perform his job. They couldn't hide the fact that he wasn't the one performing his job. So they had to give her a crash course so she can figure it out in real time And then when they was asking her questions about it, bruh, she skated around that bad boy and told the same old dumbass goofy stories about being a middle-aged woman coming from a middle-aged home and a mom raising her two kids to be black women. That's what she said. She said, my mother was raising two girls to be black women. She didn't say she was raising two young girls who are young black women. To be black women. We have been teaching people how to grow online. It's been absolutely amazing. We have 3 people who have been able to reach monetization in less than 30 days. Growing YouTube channels, some from 0 people. We have one guy who had 2 subscribers before he started working with me. He started helping him. His views went up 4.8 million%. We're super excited. If anybody ever want to grow on YouTube, you reach out to me with the word coach. Because they weren't. They were in training. They were in training. And none of her story turned out to be true. We saw Candace do a deep dive into her story. So other than that, I do believe she's smart for being an attorney, for being able to go to school and learn the dance moves that she was taught in AKA when she was pledging at the most prestigious sorority, at the most prestigious HBCU there is in this country. You know what I mean? That took a whole lot of hard work. Like, to Rachel Dolezal had to put in a lot of work in order to become the black woman that she became. Okay? Think of any character in your favorite movie. They had to do a whole bunch of studying and really dedicate themselves to the role. And that's what Kamala did. As a black woman, she dedicated herself to the role. She learned how to play. She learned how to make greens inside the bathtub, clean her greens inside the bathtub. She learned how to talk like she from the South. When she claimed she went to school in the East, and we didn't talk like that at all in Washington, D.C., where she went to school and she learned her being. She became who she is. I'm just saying. But she got that black drawl when it's time to get those black votes. And she knows all the line dances. She parties with black people. She's in the Democrat Party. She's at the top of the food chain. So this was her time to shine, baby. You completely let Obama down. So I guess what Megyn Kelly was saying about you being smart is actually true. I don't know why I went all the way down Sally's barn and back around, but yeah.
And the American people did not buy it. Every time you turned around, this woman was doing something faker than the last.
And if you find me doing too much talking, I'm just going to let you know right now, it's called the weave. Made that up myself. Kind of, sort of.
Right? Her like fake Jamaican accent, her fake Eastern European accent, her fake Spanish accent. It was like spending a day at Joe Biden's southern border. Nonstop, right? We gonna win. It's not how it went, right? But my favorite was the preacher accent. Joy cometh in the morning. She wasn't wrong about that. It came at about 1:22 a.m. on election night when the election was called for Donald J. Trump.
That was cold. That was cold. She said, joy comes in the morning, and it came when you lost. It actually came that night when she was supposed to walk out there and address all of the people that were standing around the grounds of Howard University. They was waiting for her to come out and give that speech. Let us know that we won. That never happened. That never happened. Somebody had to come out there and say, I hate to tell y'all this, but the party ain't over yet. I mean, it's not over yet. All right. We still got Jesus. As long as we got the Lord, we have a chance. And if you got faith, then we could dance. When we get to the promised land, I don't think you hear me. Slap 3 neighbors and tell them that the race ain't over. I said, the race ain't over. If you're here, it ain't over. If you're there, it ain't over. If you know God, it ain't over. If you know he's the lily of the valley, it ain't over. If you know he's the bright and morning star, it ain't over. It ain't over. It ain't over. Whew. So yeah, Kamala ain't coming out this evening, but just know that the race, it ain't over. They're still counting votes. We're far behind. We're losing everywhere. Don't panic.